So that's not what happened.
As president, Donald Trump blocked overtime benefits for millions of workers.
This is what happened. Before 2006, the only people that qualified for overtime pay were people that were hourly wage workers. In 2006, there was a law that was passed that said even salaried employees that made up to $23,000 a year could also qualify for overtime pay. In 2019, what Obama said is we need to increase that salary threshold so people can get overtime benefits even at higher levels of salary. And he proposed that it would be $47,000 so that anyone who made up to $47,000 in salary, if they worked more than 40 hours during the week, they would qualify to get time and a half. Right before that was supposed to go into effect, there were trade unions and there were businesses that protested this. If you look at the other side of the equation and you're a small business owner, I'm not talking about the likes of JP Morgan and all the huge Fortune 100, 500 companies. I'm talking about mom and pop shops that have about 10 employees, 20 employees, 30 employees. And if you look at the statistics, it is those mom and pop small businesses in our communities that provide the most jobs. When you all of a sudden make a rule or a law where these local businesses are going to have to pay time and a half up to that level of salary, it can put them out of business. Now, I'm not saying people don't deserve more money for working harder. I'm just saying there's two sides to the equation. You could literally put your employer out of business and then no one has a job. So the court said, no, we're not going to allow Obama's proposal to go into effect. And the Obama administration appealed the decision. When Trump came into office, his administration did not continue the appeal. Instead, what they said is let's increase the threshold to $35,000. And that got passed. Not only did President Trump not take away overtime benefits, he proposed a law that went into effect that made sure an additional 1.2 million people got overtime. Does Kamala really not know what I just told you? I don't think she's the sharpest tool in the shed, but that being said, I do think she can handle the explanation that I just shared. Now you have to ask yourself, is she just regurgitating sound bites that she's being fed and doesn't care or isn't checking the veracity of what is being said? If that's the case, that's really not somebody that you want to be the president of the United States. But what's even worse than that, does she know that it's a lie? And is she just trying to manipulate the public, assuming that we're ignorant? And that's pretty heinous, at least in my book.